Okay, now when you're doing your recordings, you need to make sure that you don't have any conflicts with hotkeys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use an old version of Camtasia, Camtasia Studio 7, and the Camtasia recorder from Camtasia 7, and I'm going to use another one called Screencast-O-Matic. You can download Screencast-O-Matic for free. Assumably you're going to be using Camtasia 8, so you'll be able to use that one. And since I'm recording everything with Camtasia 8, I need a third one here. Now what you need to do if you're using Camtasia is make sure you have no conflicts with your hotkeys. Okay, so we can go on the recorder, we go into Tools and Options, and then you'll see a Hotkeys section. Now what I've done is normally with Camtasia you have F9, F10 to start and stop recording. I've made this Control F9 and Control F10. Okay, and then also I have a conflict with the screen draw here, which I'm going to set. So make sure that you don't have any conflicts with these or you're going to get errors popping up. Okay, so I'm happy with that. And then I've already downloaded Screencast-O-Matic, but I just wanted to show you that it was there. So that'll give you an alternative to use as your second recording medium. Okay, so here's Screencast-O-Matic. And you can just use the free version. There's a watermark on the bottom left, but you can work around that. So I can just go use the free version. And then when you do that, it brings up an area that it's going to record. But now you'll see that it's got an area to record here, and then it's got a control down at the bottom, record button, and so on. So you can set the size of this where you want it. All right, so the whole point here was to show you the tools that I'm going to use. So I'm using Camtasia 8 to record this whole tutorial, Camtasia 7 to record one session, and I'm going to use Screencast-O-Matic to record another session. Normally you'd just be using Camtasia 8, probably, and either an older version of Camtasia or any other program you want, you could use Screencast-O-Matic. All right, so I just wanted you to get the picture of what we're doing. So I'm going to use Screencast-O-Matic on a second screen to record one of the sides that we're going to put on our split screen. I'm going to use Camtasia 7 to record the side in front of us here. And then you'll see how it all goes together once we get it on the timeline. Okay, so now you know how we're going to get this all set up. So now what we're going to do is start the recording. Okay, so we're going to begin the recording in a second. So on this side, I'm going to use Screencast-O-Matic, and I have YouTube up here. And I'm going to be recording the same thing on both sides and just show you how I can combine the two together. So let's go have a look at my other session now. Okay, and here's what's going on my other screen. And over here, we're going to be using the Camtasia 7 recorder. So what we're going to end up doing is I'm going to record the same thing on both sides, and then we're going to combine them together, and I'm going to show you how you do a split screen. Okay, so over here I have Chrome running on this screen, and on my other screen I have Firefox running. Okay, so let's start getting things going here. Okay, so for timing purposes, it's important that you start both screen sessions recording at approximately the same time. That way it makes it easy for you to get things set up and everything will be synced. Okay, so first let's go to this one and click use the free version. Okay, and then we're going to set up the recording area. So I'm going to drag this where I want it now. I'll leave this above here so you can see it, and then we'll drag this over and right inside here. So it's going to be a little smaller. Normally I use 1280 by 720 on both sides. So this one will be a bit smaller. And I'm just doing that so that everything will line up properly. Actually, we got to go up a little bit here. Let's go up. So we're at 1278 by 706, 712, 14, 18, 22. Okay, so I'm going to get that pretty close there. I got 1278. Okay, that's close enough. Now on the other side, I'm going to set that the same way so that it records a screen. Okay, so to get started on this left side, all I have to do is hit the record button. And I think I put that out of bounds here. You can't see it. Let me move that back up just so you can see it. Okay, so I'd hit this record button, and at the same time, I'd hit Control F9 to start the recorder on the other side. So I'm starting here. We'll get a countdown, and I'm going to hit Control F9 for the other side. Okay, and we now have both sides recording. Okay, so we're just going to go through here and move my mouse around a little bit on this side and put it over on the other side. Now, basically, this is really useless what I'm showing you right now because I'm not really doing anything that you would normally do. But what I did want to show you is that you can combine two things together. So you might have a chat session on one side as the admin and a chat session on the other side as a user. You might have something like a video playing on one side and a narration on the other. There's all kinds of things you can do with it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop my recordings and then we're going to put them together in Camtasia Studio.